Electricity Minister Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa says the demand for electricity has picked up in the new year and that whilst load shedding will at times be suspended due to increased capacity, Eskom is still operating under pressure to end the power cuts.
We have consistently been performing since the turn of the calendar year at about 13,500 megawatts. So 1,000 megawatts better than what the outlook was, and that's why we are not the worst levels of load shedding we've been experiencing is about stage 3. And this is also on the back of the fact that we have ramped up plant maintenance.
South Africa has a transmission development plan of 400 billion rand, which the minister believes will help in ending load shedding. He says there were foreign investment commitments advanced at the World Economic Forum to aid in the country's efforts to augment the transmission network by approximately 14,200 kilometers over the next 10 years.
There's an insatiable appetite from private sector to invest in that space. The conversation that I also joined virtually from here was that we met with some of the marquee banks in the world. They have confidence about the solutions on the transmission side and also the kind of ideas that we are putting on the table because they've worked somewhere, they are tried and tested, and we want to get to a situation where you don't need sovereign guarantees to ensure that you attract investment in the space. I'm sure before the end of February, we'll announce to you what is the amount of investment on the transmission side, and then we can accelerate.
Eskom has welcomed the efforts by the minister as they believe the focus on fixing and capacitating ailing power stations is starting to yield the anticipated results.
We've identified the priority 6 stations. We've now added a further 2 stations to the priority 6 stations. And what we have seen is pockets of excellence at some of the stations. We know that Kusile was one of the big issues in terms of the recovery for the stack recovery. We've got the permanent recovery now in place. The temporary recovery that's been done. And as a result of that, we've had 3 units come back online. That's definitely helped the overall performance.
The power utility has a new group chief executive in Dan Marokane, who's expected to start in his duties on the 1st of March 2024 to help steer the ailing power utility. Well, government on a race against time to consolidate investments and come through with a regulatory framework on the planned expansion of transmission lines, this in a bid to unlock future generation capacity for the power grid to ensure energy security for the country. SABC News in Pretoria.